Well, Russell Martin, it doesn't really matter how you win, it's the fact that you did win.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's all about this stage of the season. Performance for the first half hour was really good. They got on top a little bit for last period of the first half. And second half, I think we defended really well as a team. And to be honest, although they had a lot of the ball, I think we were quite comfortable. I can't remember them having too many clear-cut chances, a few crosses and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a good team performance, a good away performance. And obviously it gets a little bit easier when you score the goal, because the longer it goes on, you think, is it going to come? And once we got that, like I said, the boys dug in, put in a great shift, and now on to the next one.
You mentioned the fact they didn't have many clear-cut chances, which was the case, but they just made it really uncomfortable for you, didn't they?
Yeah, I think the way they played, the way they set up, they're good at home. They're a good side, especially against the better teams in the league. And we knew it was going to be tough. And if we get an early goal when we're in that dominant period in the first 30 minutes or so, it probably goes on to be a totally different game. The fact we didn't get that made it a bit harder for us. And like I said, they played well. Credit to them. And you know, it's a bit different at this stage of the season when teams, I think they're safe now. They've got a little bit less to play for. They can take the shackles off a little bit. And they did that, and they played some good stuff. But like I said, we stood up to it. We defended really well as a team, not just the back four and John. John was great at what he had to do, and yeah, it's a well-deserved win.
And you always know with the Chris Hughton side, they're going to be really well organised, really hard to break down.
Yeah, definitely. I think similar to us under Chris, you know, and I think if you get an early goal against them, like I said, it makes it a lot easier and it becomes a different game, because the longer it's 0-0 for them, the better, and then they can maybe nick something. But we've dealt with it well. We've got the goal. It's all irrelevant now, and like I said, the gaffer's really pleased. He said performances at this stage of the season, you know, he wants good performances, but at the end of the day, it's all about results. And with the pressures that are on at this stage of the season, it's about mentality and that togetherness, and we showed that today.
We'll ask him in a few minutes. I'm sure he'll tell us it was genius management, but bringing Nathan on made a big difference.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He had a real impact in the game. He come on and obviously set up the goal. It was brilliant, and just had a little bit of spark, which we were lacking at that point. They just started to get on top, but he gave us an outlet, and we all know what Nathan can do. He's provided plenty of goals this season, scored a couple, and he come on and, you know, he's staked a claim for Monday now. He's put the gaffer under pressure, and that's, I'm sure, what the manager wants.
Well, Jono's scored some absolute belters with his left foot, but this one required a bit more finesse. You know, just stroked it in. Were you worried he was going to blaze it over the top?
Because I mean, I think he had to think about it one time, because it just seemed to take forever to get there. And but once it did, he slotted it home, side foot nice. It went a little bit higher than I would have liked, but it's in the back of the net, so who cares? Great finish, and again, he's scored some really important goals for us, and none bigger than that so far this season.
It does just prove, though, doesn't it, that these teams that are down there that look like Norwich should win comfortably on paper, even if, as you say, haven't necessarily got a huge amount to play for, maybe they're safe, just about, they're going to give you a tough test.
Yeah, of course they are. Any team, I think it's been proved throughout the season how tough any game in this division is, and we can't take anything for granted, especially at this stage of the season, and we have to concentrate on what we can do. Obviously, we've got another tough game on Monday. They're all tough now because of what's the reward at the end, and it's so close. So, like I said, we're coping extremely well with, you know, all the external stuff. We keep that all out, and we've got a bit of a siege mentality in there in terms of we know what we want to achieve and we know how we're going to get it, and hopefully that will stand us in good stead, and we'll reap the rewards of that.
There's more games on this evening. There's some tomorrow. Are you going to be sitting watching them, or is it all about concentrating on what you do now?
They might be on the coach, but it's about us really. You know, there's going to be some interesting results from now until the end of the season. I'm sure there'll be a few twists and turns, but if we concentrate on what we can do, as we have done since the manager's come in, really don't pay any attention to that. But what it does do is put a bit of pressure on the others tonight in a couple of big games. So, you know, whatever happens there, let's see. Hopefully, come tomorrow, we'll be in the top two.
You mentioned, obviously, Sheffield Wednesday on Monday. Pretty quick turnaround for you guys, even quicker turnaround for them. You've got to use whatever you can to your advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, with Nathan coming on, making an impact, and look at the strength of our bench. You know, this is when squads, we've got 5 games in the next 2 and a bit weeks. So this is when our squad, the strength and depth that we've got, hopefully will come to the fore and give us a real edge over the other teams.
And with all of them, the opposition, Brighton today, getting behind the ball, it was almost like playing a home game here today. So a good warm-up for what it's going to be like against Sheffield Wednesday.
We've got used to it. I think teams have done that against us for a long periods of this season, set up and made it hard for us. But like I said, the lads, we always have to find a way. We do plenty of analysis on the other team and stuff like that. So we have to find a way to break them down. We did that fortunately today, and now it's on to Monday, where if we get the same, it's up to us to make sure we do it again.
Does it make it any harder though, because it's such a quick turnaround? I mean, it's great for us because football never sleeps.
But it's Saturday, Tuesday for us, isn't it? So it's physically, it's all about recovery now. It makes it a tiny bit harder physically, but in terms of the way we played today and the result, it makes us go into Monday positive, and obviously the boys will look forward to it.
And just finally, as far as you're concerned, you've obviously had a busy time off. Everyone goes internationals. Brilliant. Put your feet up, watch some football. But you've been all around the globe, haven't you?
Had a nice break, haven't they? But yeah, no, fortunately, yeah, Gary Holt's giving me stick for letting Gibraltar score. But yeah, you know, you enjoy it. It's like the manager Gordon Strachan said up there. You know, sorry you've been picked because you're good players. Let the other ones stay at home and chill out. But You know, unfortunately, you have to come away. So it's one of them things. I worked hard for that. I really enjoyed going away. 2 good results, and I've come back, and now it's mind on Norwich and getting promotion. That's the only thing.
And straight away playing against Gordon Greer, who you probably spent a bit of time with.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, spent a bit of time. And obviously, hometown club and all that. So used to support these other boys. So it's nice. It's nice to come here and win. And I'm gonna have to speed this up now because all my family are waiting for me. I'm gonna get told off.